Gentlemen, we started this tournament with 12 smiths from around the country. We've ended with Ben's pick from Clay Spencer Blacksmith Shop and Dave's pick from the New Agrarian School in Montana. Guys, you've both proven yourselves to be worthy smiths, and you've earned your spot in this final round of the competition. Now, you guys are not only fighting for $20,000 to go into your pocket, but up to $10,000 in gear and supplies to go back to the forge where we met you at. And in this final round, we're sending you back home for 4 days to build a menacing blade from history. We want you to build this. The Mopla sword.
Whoa.
The Mopla sword traces its origins back to the 17th century South India, where it has been the weapon of choice for the Mopla community. Featuring a broad, lightweight blade and a concave edge that flares to a pronounced point, making it an extremely lethal battle sword, capable of delivering deadly slashes and destructive blows upon its enemies. While it's distinguished by its ornate wood or bone handle, this brutal blade also played an important role in the Mopla rebellion of the early 20th century, where it was used to take up arms against occupying British colonists. Gentlemen, good luck. We will see you both in 4 days.
I'm going to try to separate my blade from Silas's blade and do sand my Damascus. So I'm going to make 2 billets of Damascus. Fire and hope. I'm going to sand with the 2 billets of Damascus with a piece of 80 CRV. I've made lots of Damascus, but nothing this big. So drawing it out and making it real wide, that's going to be a task. I'm at 3 inches. I need another 1.5 inches. I don't know if I got enough. Yeah, they're making me earn this 20,000. I don't have enough meat to spread out, so I got to do the unthinkable and just weld up a bunch of stuff on the spine to meet parameters. It's about my only option right now. And that weld is ugly, but it's going to be what it's going to be at this point. Yesterday, I got the blade quenched. Also, I have all my parts made. I just got to put it all together. This is the last step in a very long and difficult competition. I've put my entire heart and soul into this whole project, and if this don't make it, then I get nothing. I think overall the blade will make Ben and the Clay Spencer Blacksmith Shop proud.
The plan for today is to get my Damascus billet forged out. That's the business right there. I don't really make Damascus, and I have never made something like this before. Yesterday, I got my blade all forged out and hardened. Looks good. I just gave it a little flex and a crack opened right up. And you can see the crack right there in the edge of the blade. And the crack goes past where I could grind back to meet parameters, so it looks like I'm starting over. Got some 5160, I'm gonna forge a new blade. Yesterday I got my blade quenched and ground and I'm ready to put it all together. Okay, I think this is it. I feel pretty good about my progress. I had a pretty major setback, but I got a rush at this point just to finish my handle. Hopefully I can bring home the win to Jeffrey from the New Agrarian School.
Bladesmiths, welcome to our dynamic keel test. The ballistics dummy and sheets of ice, chop. Jason, you're up first. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jason, let's talk about your Mopla sword. In hitting the ice blocks, no damage on your tip and edge. It stayed true. In chopping into the ballistics dummy, very deep, deep cuts. And overall, your weapon, it'll kill.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Silas, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
right, Silas, let's talk about your Moplast sword here. First up, this thing is light. I can use velocity to cut cleanly on the ice blocks, and those are one of the deepest cuts we have on a ballistics dummy. But in the test, you have 2 spots here where I can get my fingernail into that. But that's because you have a very, very acute and sharp edge here, and it will kill.
All right, gentlemen, welcome to our dynamic strength test, the chainmail and skull chop. Jason, you're up first. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Jason, this thing's a beast. Everything's still right and tight. I really like what you did here. This is really just beautiful work. It's a great looking weapon. It did the job and it held up, so nicely done.
Thank you.
Silas, you ready?
Let's do this.
I'm going to.
Good job.
All right, Silas, your handle issue I have with it is that the handle is rounded in a way that it wants to turn in my hand when I impact things. I couldn't maintain a grip. That's a big issue.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, it's been a wild ride, guys. I've been honored to travel across America with these guys, visiting all 4 of the forges we went to, watching you 2 work the entire time through this competition. And I can guarantee that both Jeffrey and Bells would be extremely proud of your work. But unfortunately, only one of you guys can take home the $20,000 for yourself, the $10,000 to go back into the forge you're representing, and the title of Forge and Fire Champion. The judges did make a decision. And today's Forge and Fire Champion and the winner of the On the Road tournament is Jason. Very well done. Now, Silas, you crushed it throughout the competition, but unfortunately, your time in this tournament has ended. I'm gonna have to ask you to please step off the forge floor.
I feel disappointed. I certainly made some mistakes during my home forge, and in a close competition, mistakes are what matter, but I'm still really proud of representing the new agrarian school. I wish that I had been able to bring it home for them, but that's competition.
Jason, congratulations. You are now a Forge and Fire champion. You came out on top of this On the Road tournament, and you're getting a check not only for $20,000 going in your pocket, but you're bringing back $10,000 for gear and supplies to go back to Bell's and the Clay Spencer Blacksmith Shop. Very, very well done.
I'm a Forge and Fire champion, and I'm in shock and awe and disbelief. It's been an honor and a privilege to go this far, to be the winner, and to be bringing $10,000 in equipment and gear for John C. Campbell. My wife will be happy. I'm coming home with 20 grand, hun.